following is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome in to the fantastic edition of Mornings on Main Street on this Monday, May 23rd, 2022. A little rainy outside right now, but it's all right, though. We gonna be all right. Welcome into the show, my friend. Oh, it's too close up of me right there. Yeah, hope everybody had a great weekend. We got a fun show for you today. We'll talk a little spring fling, talk the Nashville Zoo, and our good friend the Gooseby is going to join us coming your way around 7:40 this morning. Hope everybody had a good weekend. You're here with us. Has a week from right now. It's Memorial Day, right? So summer is officially here for the most part, and we're going to have a good time. Let's bring in our good friend, the intern, who's slowly, this meteoric rise to the top that you got going on, man.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome in, buddy.
The meteoric, that was great. Great boost of confidence there. I appreciate it.
Welcome,
Thank you,
man. What have you been up to?
So I went to Fall Creek Falls this weekend.
Ooh, what's up there? Is that the brewery?
Golf swing.
Keep talking about yourself as my earpiece fell out. What happened?
Yeah, I got you. So I played Fall Creek Falls, the golf course, state park. It's really nice. And I was I was this close to a hole in one.
How close? Par 5?
Par 3, 179.
And what happened? Did you think you had it when you hit it?
Well, so right before my dad said, go ahead and make you a hole in one. And I promised.
Oh, this must have been Friday because you only play when you're supposed to be working. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
So so we're sitting there, supposed to be working, not working. And yeah, he goes, hey, hit all in one here. And then I hit 5-iron, beautiful, this close.
So when you hit it,
yeah,
could you see the green or no?
Yeah. So it was par 3. So yeah, I could see the green.
Okay.
And I saw it bounce once, and it was a orange ball. So I couldn't really see like where it landed. And then we pulled up, and yeah, it was this close.
Oh my goodness, brother. And so please tell me you made the birdie putt.
I did. Yes, I did. Thank goodness.
Okay, good. All right. Sometimes when you hit a par 3, like, excuse me, when you hit your tee shot, you can't see the green. And you're like, right. Where did it go? Did it go in? Did it go in?
Yes.
So did you go running up thinking maybe, or did you know it was that close?
Well, so it bounced once, and I figured that it might be short. So I didn't freak out thinking, I didn't think I made it in, no. I would have sprinted to the green, though.
You ever made one?
Not a hole in one now. I've pulled out before, like from the fairway.
Okay. Because I got to tell you, the day we played, you're pretty awful.
Yeah, I know.
And Pop intern was just as bad. We were all terrible.
I appreciate the transparency there. And yeah, we didn't play well.
No, that's okay though. But because you talk a good game about how well you golf, and so I didn't know.
Right.
Okay. Well, I'm having some massive problem with my earpiece here, but that's okay though.
Yeah.
Nothing that's going to get us done. We're good. You stay over there. Stay away from me. We're good, man. Well, all right. So good to see you. So we need to do this real quick.
Yes.
That Friday was National Rescue Dog Day. Okay. We love rescuing animals, helping out. And I didn't know that because I didn't check this page that we go to all the time, the what's happening in the world, a daily listing of today's holidays. So we're not going to do that anymore.
Right.
So at the beginning of the show now, we're going to tell you what today is so you can plan your day accordingly.
Love that.
I don't know what that means. So Lucky Penny Day,
Right.
National Taffy Day, and the one I'm excited about, World Turtle Day.
You got to love the turtles, man.
Yeah, I love them. They march to their own beat, right?
They do. Slow and steady wins the race.
It does. You know, when you think the rabbit's got him and then the rabbit doesn't, and then the turtle just makes his way through the world.
He's just like looking at the hare, as they say in the competitive world, and says, I'm going to get there.
So I felt bad because I didn't do my job on Friday. That was National Rest. It will not happen again.
Good.
So National Taffy Day passed.
Yeah.
I don't know what that word is. Lucky Penny Day, World's Crohn's. I get friends that have Crohn's disease, and it's awful. Feel bad for them. They just tell me how bad it is. So
right.
Maybe they'll find a cure for that one day. And of course, World Turtle Day.
Of course.
It's not bad, huh?
That's a good national day.
It
lineup.
is. And you're a good national guy.
Hey, thanks, man.
You're a really good guy in this world.
Hey, thanks, buddy. You too.
Things you're doing.
Thanks.
Stay over there.
All
right. Here it is, the Main Street National e-edition delivered right to your inbox every weekday, Monday through Friday. I love reading this. I got the app. Comes right to you. A lot of good stories. I love the trending videos and weather. Now, look, we didn't go through this in Middle Tennessee, okay? But an earthquake sends school children running. Can you imagine sitting there studying?
No.
And next thing you
This school day was interrupted by a violent earthquake that sent students taking cover under their desks and then
dipping out,
running for the doors. Video from the school shows students and staff running for open spaces like playgrounds and roads. It happened around 8:30 in the morning in China's Sichuan province. The quake measured 4.8 magnitudes, and there have been no reported deaths or destroyed buildings, although some
Yeah, I want to see the kids. I hope they're safe. Everybody's safe in that. That's terrible.
That's
I had no problems at McGavick High School.
What's your go-to move?
The only time I ran out of class that room was when I had Crystal for lunch.
I'll get the hot pass later.
Studio audience like that one today. Thanks, guys.
Gladys, thanks for bringing them in.
Oh, yeah, that's the only time. So, yeah, that's what would you say? What question were you going to ask?
What would you do if earthquake started to happen right now?
I'd run in the middle of the street.
You'd grab me as a bodyguard.
I'm away from all structures. I'd just take off running outside.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not going to be running. Any building's going to collapse on me.
But what if there's like a ravine that just opens up outside?
Look, here's the deal, brother. If you're going to die, you're going to die.
And what a way to go, too.
Right? So, like on a plane, it's like, I don't get on a plane because the plane might crash. All right, well, if it does, or like my mom said one time, I'm not going to get on the plane because it might be the guy's time next to me, his time to go. And that's if it's your time to go, it's your time to go.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I never thought about that.
I mean, that's just, here's what I tell people, brother. Ready?
Yeah.
You can't outsmart God.
Facts.
Right? You cannot outsmart God. Yep. You just can't do it. Just live your life, man. Speaking of that, student honors. Look at these smart kids around here in Nashville and Middle Tennessee getting all these. Where are you somewhere?
I'm in the not pictured.
Okay, congratulations on you, buddy. But hey, none of these kids here are on the TV Guide Rising Top 10.
That's absolutely right.
Not a single soul.
And none of them made it up mediocrely. Look
at all these kids graduating from Harding University. Good Lord, man. A lot of kids there. Congratulations, all you kids, for getting it done.
Have you ever been asked to do a commencement speech?
I have not. They know better.
Not yet, right?
I'm usually the 18th person on the list to be asked. So they haven't got that far down right now. Look at all these smart kids around here. It makes seeing the people say, "Oh, the world." Look, man, the world's just fine. Right. Come on, these kids are great. They're fantastic. Another example of the altruism around Middle Tennessee. Group donates $40,000 to Mount Juliet accident victim. MJ for Hope, a Mount Juliet nonprofit fundraising organization, donated $40,000 to a 2018 Mount Juliet High graduate to assist in recovery from a car accident. Thank you, Lori Everett, with the great story, great picture there, giving the money. Good job. Executive Director Amy Breedlove had a night golf tournament and did really well there. So great job, folks, at looking out for each other in the community. That's why we love Middle Tennessee. Here's another story for you, buddy.
Hey, man, what's up?
This is something that's always got me with, and it's a word here that we're going to bring it up. Murfreesboro Domestic Violence Center shelter accepts pets. And if you read down, more than half of abuse victims stay in those relationships because they do not want to leave their pets behind. So this place in Murfreesboro, with a grant from the National Predators Foundation, will add room for pets. So that's really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Another good story happening in the area.
Wow.
Well done. Austin P music professor ends 52-year career.
Wow.
52 years.
What?
Started back in 1970. She's what a great job. Who is this?
27 years.
Sharon Mabry. Look at that. Took
Wow.
over.
She ran that for 27. Wow.
52 years later, she's retiring from Austin P. Why retire now? Just stick around.
Just keep it going. Go for 60.
The people she's influenced and had a positive influence on. That's like my influence upon you.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Positive and good.
Feels like 52 years of it. I'm just kidding. But in a good way.
It does, doesn't it? I love this national banner. 88 years ago, in the top story, Desperado and Girl Pal killed. It's Bonnie and Clyde.
Girl pal.
Bonnie and Clyde made the front page of the national banner 88 years ago. You know who Bonnie and Clyde are?
Absolutely. They were a great band.
Oh, my Lord. Bank robbers, man, in the South that took over. And they had a great movie with them with, I think,
Woody Harrelson.
Warren Beatty.
Wasn't Woody Harrelson in it too?
No, he was not in it.
There was one with that guy that plays Thanos and Woody Harrelson.
That was like No Country for Old Men. Wasn't that it?
Infinity War.
I don't watch that stuff. I go outside and play. I don't sit inside. But wait, go back with Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
And Woody Harrelson. Was that No Country for Old Men?
No, I think this one was them specifically going out to find Bonnie and Clyde. It's on Netflix.
The money they buried?
No, I wish I could find. Hold on, let me try to do some.
Well, you're just making stuff up now to fit in.
Josh Brolin. That's going to help me out with this research. I'm not going to lie.
That's even worse, man.
I didn't know.
You're making names up for us right there. Let's go check. While you do it, I'll just see. Look, Titan CEO. I love this. The Titan CEO. Nashville would owe nearly $2 billion towards Nissan Stadium renovations under its current lease. No, you built the stadium yourself, pal.
Right.
Titans need to step up and do all that stuff.
I agree. I'm with you.
Good.
Yeah. Maybe hold on.
I got to get off of this because it gets me really mad. All right, you look up that movie. I'm gonna check our stocks.
Okay, sweet.
Aris Merville. Oh, we're down 0.5%, which means we're still up 5.5% for the year. So let's check how much we lost on Friday.
Yeah, clack, 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 clack.
22 cents.
Oh no.
It's all right. That's all right though. We're good.
Okay.
We're up for the year. Plus 5%. So I like that. Did you find the movie yet?
Not yet. Hold on. I'm almost there though.
All right, keep looking. Keep looking. I like what you do, man. Things that you do. You're working hard, letting people know what's going on. All right, here was the
the Highwaymen.
Highwaymen. What's
and
it about?
I got Josh Brolin and Kevin Costner mixed up. It's Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson.
Okay.
And yeah, it's called The Highwaymen. It's
Read
on
the
Netflix. It is.
Read the description.
A convicted took me to Netflix. Hold on. A convicted armed robber sweeps a small town waitress off her feet, and the two embark on the most infamous bank robbing sprees in history. Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow are young and in love, and they're on the run.
No.
Bullet-riddled bank robbery spree.
I think the original's got Warren Beatty in, I think. And maybe Faye Dunaway. It's a really good movie.
Oh, yeah. Warren Beatty, Faye Dunaway. It's just called Bonnie and Clyde. Nice. Yep. Yeah, this is about the people that got him.
No, okay. All right. Well done then.
Different take.
All right, here's the Main Street Sports and the Preps guys. Main Street Preps. Remember, Spring Fling starts this week. Matthew Gillespie from the TSSAA will join us. What they have to put on down in Murfreesboro and surrounding counties for Spring Fling for these students and these schools is simply amazing. And we'll talk to Matthew that in about 5 minutes because they work tirelessly. That's that word, right?
I think so.
You don't know.
Tirelessly.
To make sure everything goes smoothly for these kids. And the TSSAA needs to be rewarded for what they do for these kids and put it on. I know it's their job, but they do a great job of putting it together. And so we'll talk to Matthew in a little bit. So there's all the latest on the headlines from Main Street Preps and teams that have made it and that are going on. A lot of this exciting week, man. Really exciting week for Spring Fling down in Murfreesboro and Rutherford County that's going on. Did you watch golf yesterday or did you golf yesterday?
So I saw Tiger withdrew after the third round. So I did not watch the fourth round, even though he had no chance.
Okay.
But who won?
Justin Thomas.
Did he really?
Yeah.
JT?
Yep, he did.
Oh, that's cool.
Can't tell you who he is or where he's from, but he won. Well, it's time for your horoscope here. Let's see what the intern has, the Taurus.
Let's see.
Your birthday was last week. All right, Taurus, it's up to you to implement change.
All right.
Don't wait for someone to step in and take over. Be direct regarding your thoughts and feelings, and you'll find out quickly who's in your corner.
All right. That's very relevant.
Solid right there.
That's a good one.
What if you looked over in your corner? It's Goolsby.
I'd be hype.
4 stars. Aim high, start new projects.
All right, aim low, sell high.
Yeah, there you go. Time for comic strip tease.
Oh, yeah.
Today we're doing Blondie. This is Dagwood talking to his boss. By the way, Dagwood wears the same thing to work every day. And if I'm the boss, I'd have a problem with that. But the problem is the boss wears the same thing to work. So I'll be Dagwood and you'll be the boss, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
You have a simple voice you want to do today?
Yeah, I'm just going to do a... yeah, I don't know.
Okay, I'll go Bob Hope and you can figure it out.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
All right, 3, 2. Hey, 3, 2, 3, 2. All right, here we go. Hey, boss, I'm not here to bug you about a raise.
Good news. What's on your mind?
Well, I'd like to take the entire month of July off this year.
Impossible. There's no way you can afford a long vacation on your salary.
And look how nonchalant and of a smart aleck he is. Crosses his legs.
He hit the turn and the cross with the handout.
That's great. Hit the turn. All right, that's your awful comic strip tease on this Monday. All right, we'll take a break. Matthew Gillespie from the TSSAA joins us next. A fun week for Spring Fling. We'll tell you all about it. That's coming up next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street. How'd you get in? That place is packed.
I know.
How'd you get in?
Right up front. We tipped the bouncer.
Maitre d'.
Maitre d'.
There's not a bouncer. There's a bouncer at a restaurant. You're at a bad restaurant. Time for comic strip tease.
Why do boss canceling earbuds?
I'd like a pair of those.
Oh, me too.
That's awful. I'm sorry. All right, let's bring in our good friend Alan Bell with us this morning. Alan, how are you, pal?
Hey, I'm doing fantastic. First off, Johnny Ballpark Franks is the best. And second, we need more air horns and traffic view coverage right there. That's what we need.
While federal coverage is really important, often I really think that a lot of the decisions that are going to impact you most are made at the local level. Like where's the stop sign's going to go, what's your speed limit going to be, how much you're going to pay in property taxes, we talked about that a lot, and how much funding the schools are going to get, zoning decisions that are going to impact which developers can come in and change the neighborhoods and grow the city. And all those decisions are going to be made at the local level.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. Live with the T-Dot SmartWay camera. A little backup there, but it's Monday. It's a little rainy outside, so please be careful on your way in as you make your way to work today. All right, stop happening this week down in Murfreesboro. Spring Fling. Look, we love high school athletics on this show. I've loved it when I played high school football back in the day, and so it's so much fun. And it's just so natural. It's so awesome. And this is a great week to celebrate those kids who go down there and battle for state championships. Let's bring in Matthew Gillespie with TSSAA. Matthew, thank you for doing this. How are you?
I'm doing great, Joe. Thanks for having me on. And I can confirm The Highwayman is an outstanding play. You need to check that out.
See, now my intern is going to be boasting that all day that Matthew said it was a great movie.
It's a good one, man. It's good. No, we're getting ready for this week. We're excited.
I'll take your word for it then, Matthew. All right, so we talk about this you've done this for a while now, the Spring Fling down in Murfreesboro, but how much work goes in this? You guys, you're scattered all throughout the county and in some other counties. Is this a fun week for you guys?
It's fun, but it goes by in the blink of an eye. I mean, it literally does. It's just so It's just so crazy. It starts, pretty much every day for us, 7, 8 in the morning, and then we'll go till, sometimes you get some weather and get some delays and stuff. We've had softball games going on till 1 or 2 in the morning. So it's a full, 15, 16-hour day at least for 5 straight days. So it's, it's crazy, but, we couldn't do it without volunteers. We say that for every event, but it rings so true with this event more than anything, because we're literally, like you said, all over the county. I can't even tell you how many sites. We can break it down by sport, but it's just, it's amazing how many people get involved and how many people it takes to run this event.
Just looking at some of the games leading up to the spring fling. There's always the heartbreak, but there's also the jubilation. There are a lot of emotions that if people come down to this week, they're going to see. Even with one game, if you go to a lot of games, you'll see all the emotions. But there's, the passion down there, Matthew, for this is absolutely incredible. And I'm trying to find another word for it, but it's kind of almost indescribable what goes on down there.
Yeah, it really is. And this is, that's why spring fling is neat, because I think it brings, this idea. It's been around for almost 30 years, this concept and this event. But a lot of these quote unquote Olympic sports or minor sports didn't really get the attention that they deserved. This is their Blue Cross Bowl. This is their state basketball tournament, where we've seen so much attention, and deservedly so for those sports. These sports that really didn't get as much of a spotlight. So we brought them all together. And we feel it's helped bring that attention to them that they deserve just as much as any other sport as well. So the tennis athletes, the track and field athletes, baseball, softball, boys soccer, they're all under that same microscope and get all that well-deserved attention this week. And it's special for them. And just to get here means the world to them. So even if they get knocked out in the first round, it is devastating for them. You win 1 or 2 games, you see that jubilation, but you really see it when you get down to the championship event. For each sport will be towards the end of the week, but it's a special, special week. And anybody who's never been out to it, the great thing about it, you can buy a ticket and bounce around all day long and go to as many events as you want, go to as many sports as you want. And if you don't like where you're at, you can drive 5 minutes, 10 minutes down the road and find something else to go to.
Well, tell me about the partnership of working with a city like Murfreesboro, because, there are so many moving parts, Matthew, that have to go on. And every time I've covered it, it's so seamless. Everything works together and everybody's on the same page to make sure it's a great experience, not only for the student athletes, but for the parents as well. There's a lot that's got to go together to make this work, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. And the planning goes on months and months, if not, when we get done with this one, we'll be doing wrap-up meetings saying, what do we need to do to improve for next year? Immediately. So it's almost a year-long planning process. But as I mentioned earlier, if we didn't have the volunteers, the Rutherford County Chamber of Commerce, everybody involved, and then the facilities, the administrators and the coaches at each school that host these, you've got a lot of schools that are hosting events. Riverdale High School, for example, is hosting Class 2A baseball, but they are also in the Class 4A baseball tournament. So it puts a huge strain. Schools like that, Stewart's Creek's in the same boat. Eagleville is hosting and playing in it. They fortunately get to be at their own site, but a lot of schools are hosting events and also playing in events. So you've got to rely on a lot of volunteers, a lot of people within your school to all hands on deck, put things together and put out their best foot to welcome everybody that's coming in and try to make it a first-class event at each and every single facility.
Also, you can see some rising stars out there throughout all the different sports, especially baseball and softball. You're going to see some baseball players that you're going to see play at the next level, and some that have made all into the major leagues. That's one of the best parts about this is the talent that's down there, Matthew. It's the best in state. Obviously, it's spring fling and state championships, but you can see some really great student athletes down there.
Yeah, and it goes for every single sport. Tennis, track and field. You'll see state records set in track and field. And these kids are – if you've never been to a track and field event, anybody listening, take the time to go. Go to the running events. Not field events are neat too. It's kind of – there's so much going on with field events. But the atmosphere and the crowd at track and field is unprecedented. It's wall-to-wall people, 5, 6 deep around the track, and then the stadium's full. But, yeah, like you said, you're going to see pitchers and ball players out there in this thing. Bryce Brents, who played at MTSU, played in the minors for a while. You've got Ryan Weathers, who's now in the major leagues. You're going to see kids who will end up in the major leagues and at minimum have very good college careers. Same thing with softball. and the soccer talent that comes in here, these kids are unbelievable. It's just all across the board. I mean, I can go on, and you want to give everybody equal coverage and talk about them all, but it really, truly is. They're all impressive across the board. It is such a neat event.
I saw the kid. I think he went to Independence. Hassel. I forget his first name. He's in
Robert Hassel. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like the number 2 prospect in all of Major League Baseball. It was a couple years ago. They were playing down there in the state championship or in the tournament, and they walked him. Every time he came to bat, the other team walked him. And I was like, oh, man. But again, that's the kind of talent you're going to see down there.
Yeah, you will. I remember seeing Mike Minor, who, had a great career with the Braves. He pitched. And these kids don't have to come from AAA schools with enrollments at 2,000. I mean, he was at Forest High School.
Right.
Look, everybody's always said, if the talent's there, if you're good, they're going to find you. And they do. And you look at Ryan Weathers went to Loretta High School. Some of these big time talent players don't come from, Mookie Betts is from Overton. They never made it to the state tournament. But he's one of the best baseball players in the major leagues right now. So yeah, you can. You will see some talent no matter where you go, no matter what sport you watch. You will see some unbelievable talent this week.
All right, Matthew. People want to come down there. We have the website up at whatttssa.org. I love the website. It's always great information. If people want to come down there, where should they go? How should they buy tickets?
Yeah, probably the easiest thing is buying them online. You're going to save money. And you're going to get them. Just so many people are used to, whether you go Titans game, Preds game, college games, buying them through a mobile app or whatever. You don't even have to have the app, but it's gofan.com is the actual website. If you go to the best website for Spring Fling is actually our what we call our sports website, www.sports.com, and you'll see links on there. You can get a ticket. It's $12 each per day. You buy it online, you're going to save $3. If you want to pay cash, which we'll accept, it's $15 at the gate in cash. But you'll save $3 a ticket, $12 for the day. You can go anywhere across town. Parking is $5. Have $5 cash on hand. Your parking ticket is good anywhere for that day across town as well. So, yeah.
It's perfect. I will see you Wednesday when my girls from DCA are playing in the state softball tournament. So I'll see you down there Wednesday, brother.
We look forward to seeing you, Joe. And thanks so much for having me on. We appreciate it.
All right, Matthew, thank you very much. Matthew Gillespie from the TSSAA with Spring Fleet that's happening down there. Seriously, if you're looking for something to do and you're fun, don't get out of the house, go down there. It's just an amazing experience. And chances are there's somebody you know directly or indirectly that has a kid playing down there, or maybe your alma mater's playing. Go down there and support them too as well, and just have a good time. It's really cool to see everybody come together in this event. All right, we'll take a break. Coming up next, the intern and I were working late on a Friday night. And I got to tell you what, my friends, I've seen a lot of great things in our city, but what we saw at the Nashville Zoo Friday night is simply next level. And we'll tell you about night visions that's still going on and why you need to go. That's next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
We love nighttime at the zoo. It is just such a different atmosphere, such a whole different vibe with your friends and family. And we have night visions that started last week, and it will be here till the end of July. And night visions, we describe it as a mind-bending, dream-like experience. It's kind of your experiencing different light shows paired with unique music and just something like you've never seen before. Most of our animals are in their nighttime quarters and they're sleeping for the evening. However, we do have our flamingos that will be out for the duration of the event, the entire time it's running. And we also have our Unseen New World exhibit, which is home to our reptiles, amphibians, some mammals that will be open about an hour into the time of night visions. We start about 7:15, 7:30, and it ends about 10:30, but it will get even later into July. We'll stay open until about 11:30. We do have adult beverages. We have beverage carts along the path as guests are strolling, checking out all those cool night shows, our night scenes. You can get beer, margarita, and some seltzers and just have a good time. We have our food carts open, available for snacks like pretzels and popcorn, and we do have our dining options available as well. So admission to Night Visions is $19 for kiddos and $23 for teens and adults.
I was looking for a major where I didn't have to do math or science. And when I took, so my sophomore year, I just took a ton of different classes trying to figure out something I liked. And one of them was Journalism 101. And it was like, well, this is great. You get to ask people questions and find out about them and then write about it. What could be better? So that's how I got into it.
Good mornings on Main Street on this beautiful May 23rd, 2022. I say it's beautiful even though it's raining outside because every day is beautiful to me. And I tell you what else is beautiful, the Nashville Zoo. Let's bring in Jim Bartu for the Nashville Zoo. Jim, how are you, pal? Oh, Jimmy muted. There we go.
Good morning. Yeah, thanks for having me on here this morning. It's a little early, so I'm learning how to work the microphone, but I think we're good to go.
Well, you're an intern. One day you'll progress, and then you'll be able to do things on your own. So well done, Jim. I got to tell you, man, Friday night was one of the best nights that we've had in a long time because of night visions. I knew it was great. I had no idea it was this great. I mean, it was an amazing experience that we had out there, and what the feedback so far, I got to think, has been unbelievable.
It has, yeah. We've gotten a lot of positive feedback from it. It's projection mapping. If you haven't been to a projection mapping event before, it's basically projectors that cast onto objects. A lot of times when you see it, it's indoors on walls or on ceilings or something like that you might see. This is actually outside, and we're projecting on rocks and bushes and trees and our jungle gym playground and just all different kinds of stuff that you can see as you're walking around the zoo.
The intern and I were out there, and we were laughing because every station you go to, nobody's talking. You're hearing oohs and ahs.
Yeah.
And I'm being serious. I've never experienced that before.
Yeah, a lot of people really enjoy the show, and they enjoy walking. The zoo at night anyway is just a very different experience. So seeing that along with all of the projection mapping and just the great lighting that we have all over the place is just a spectacular night to be walking around.
It's amazing. And I got to tell you, the flamingos with the pink light on the pink flamingos, we couldn't get people to move out of the way to get close to the rail but everybody was really nice to see them. And people were just standing there and, again, not saying a word, just staring at that and taking it all in. And I guess that's what you want, right? To an exhibit like this and an event like this, people just to soak all this in.
Right. Yeah. We just want people to kind of soak it all in and enjoy themselves at night as they walk around. You're going to see a few animals, but really it's more about the projection displays and the lighting that we have out there that night. It's all choreographed to music as well. So you can kind of see the whole thing, and it runs in loops. So it's almost like an artistic display or a series of artistic displays, art installations that you can look at, but they're alive with music and sound and colorful displays and just all different kinds of stuff to kind of get you excited.
I posted a picture of the flamingos on my Facebook page, had over 1,000 likes, a couple hundred comments, 100 shares. I mean, people are just craving. I mean, after we went through the last couple of years, people are craving activities where they can get away from the world for a while and feel good about things. And this is one of those things, Jim. I mean, I could go every night and see this. You'll find something different.
You will. Yeah. There's lots of different things to look at. I notice new things every single time I see one of these installations and watch the loop all the way through. I notice new stuff. For instance, what you're looking at on the screen now is just the website that you can look at. Now, I don't know if you notice in the lower right-hand side, you'll see a frog that's kind of looking around on this rock. And you don't really notice that guy at first until you look at it and go, oh, it's a frog looking around. That's what I'm looking at. And that's the kind of stuff that surprises people as they see this. These
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's nice. Also, what I liked about, and I know this isn't part of really night vision per se, but the zip line. I mean, there were 1 billion people in that zip line.
Yeah. Well, the zip line's included as part of night visions.
Ooh.
That, the carousel, and Dino Trek. If you haven't seen the animatronic dinosaurs at the zoo yet, you can see them at night. They're lit up. but the pathway's still nice and dark and a little bit spooky. So if you like dinosaurs, this is something else that you can see while you're at Night Visions.
How long was Night Visions? I mean, have you guys done events like this before?
This is our first year doing projection mapping for Night Visions, and we put it together very quickly. It was put together in about 3 or 4 months to be able to put this thing up. So we put it up very quickly, invited folks out to it, and it's just been a hit.
Again, we walked through it twice, seeing everything that was going on over there. And what I liked about it too, also, Jim, little adult beverages.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can get beer, margaritas. We have several stations around the zoo that you can buy those at as you're walking around and enjoying yourself.
And for those who haven't been out there in a while, it's been like 3 years since I've been out there. We were out there a few months ago having a fun time. You guys added a few things. There's new things that are being built all the time. It's really, and I said this before when you had it on, I mean, I think that our zoo is so underrated, Jim, what you guys do out there and how much fun it is. It is a wonderful experience. And I think Night Visions just adds to already the wonderful experience you guys have.
It's just another reason to come out to the zoo. And you're right. Yeah, we're adding and changing things all the time. We have 188 acres of property that we're building on, and we're maybe halfway through it. So we still have a long way to go and a lot planned into the future.
I will tell you, Friday night, it was perfect. It was like 75 degrees, but a nice breeze out there and seeing everything and getting to go in there. And we got to compliment your staff. They're extremely nice, Jim, for what they did, asking questions. All of my dumb questions, I have to ask them. They were fantastic of telling us where to go and what to do and what to experience. So it truly is a team effort, the National Zoo. You guys do a really good job, man.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And we hope that all your viewers will come out and have a look.
Yeah, we'll be back. Jim Bartu, thank you for this. And again, go out there and see the zoo at dark. It's so much fun. Jim, thanks, brother. We'll see you soon.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, Jim Bartu, the Nashville Zoo Night Visions. You just check out the flamingo picture on my Facebook page, and it's something else. And so many people are gathered there watching the flamingos, and it's not like they were putting on a magic show or anything. They were just kind of standing there, but they were so beautiful and just kind of took you away for a little bit and had a good time. Really cool. So thank you, Jim, for all you do for us. All right, we'll take a break, come back. Our friend, our best friend, Jason Gooseby joins us next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Welcome to Main Street Nashville. Our newly launched e-edition allows you to read our paper online from anywhere in the world. You are in control of how and when you read or listen. Subscribers can access our e-edition online at mainstreet-nashville.com or on a smartphone or tablet using our Main Street Nashville app. In a browser, today's and all previous issues are available at the click of a button. Main Street Nashville is fully responsive. Click and drag your cursor to move the paper left and right. To see photos and text at a larger scale, double-click on a page. Clicking print will allow you to print an article or crossword at your convenience. View photo galleries and videos by clicking the icon on an image. Click play on videos once the screen appears. Main Street Nashville's e-edition is a simple, new way to interact with and consume news. Access the full e-edition of Main Street Nashville on your computer, tablet, or smartphone. Read whatever you want, whenever you want. If you have any questions, we're here to help. Call us at 615-527-4104 or email us at news@mainstreetnash.com.
see it all in your eyes. Sunlight's a fire in the sky. You wanna hold on so tight. There's something way out in the night.
Well done. Who knew Gladys could sing so well? Good job, Gladys. Good job, man. Great job as always. On the mornings on the Moms Band, Mornings on Main Street, our great band. Let's bring in our good friend Jason Guzman as we do every Monday at this time. How are you, pal?
What's up?
I'm treating you.
Man, I really want to go to the Nashville Zoo. I told my wife after last week's segment and I saw the lights, I said, we have got to go to the Nashville Zoo. I want to go to see the lights. You know, I know, Joe, you want to go to get a buzz, but
we had one Friday night. It was good.
You want to see, you want to get lit up two different ways. You know, I want to.
Got jokes.
I got jokes.
I mean, I'll tell you, you need to take the family, the pretty wife, everybody out there to see the zoo, man, because I got to tell you, and it's not hyperbole. It's really, really cool.
It looks cool, man. You know what? And I'm sure it doesn't translate watching this on the computer, man. I'm sure it reminds me of that immersive Van Gogh thing, man. I want to go see that thing too. But this, I'm like that. If it looks that cool on line, it's got to be even cooler in person.
Yeah, you know, I don't have an ear for Van Gogh, but I've heard it's really nice to. Thank you so much. I'm here all week. Please do not tip the waitress, and please don't eat the veal. All right, so you had a little request for us. We're going to talk. According to you, want to talk. Home mortgage rates are affecting buying power. So, excuse me, we'd all think, oh man, people are buying left, and right, but eventually this is going to slow down, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't see how it cannot, you know, and that was what the rate hike was, you know, meant to do, is this inflation kind of stem some things. The good thing, Joe, I mean, our area is growing, and so people are still going to keep moving to Nashville and whatnot. So that doesn't concern me so much, but it is pushing some people out of the market. So they say for every 0.5% that the interest rate goes up, a person or persons lose $10,000 in buying power. Woo. So it's really cool to, when you read some, you don't know what to believe nowadays when you read, but I've read a lot of articles about this, and now I'm starting to see it. I have had 2 examples this week of people that had kind of been dragging their feet buying, you know, and I've been telling them when interest rates were 3%, I'm like, gosh, we should be buying something. We should be buying something. And for different reasons, kind of let life get in the way. And I'll give you one example without revealing too much information. I had a buyer that was already kind of in the, you know, 170 won't buy a whole lot here in Middle Tennessee. You have to go out into the country. And she was pre-approved for 170 back when rates were, you know, 3.5%. And she decided she wanted to start looking again. So we got her pre-approved where they run it and saw it. And her purchasing power is now $120,000. So we went from something very, kind of difficult already to more difficult. And yeah, another example of a young man, almost same exact scenario. So, that's how. Go ahead.
I'll tell you this. You turn us on this website, howmoneywalks.com, and what you're talking about right there, people moving here and how the power and this and that. It's a fascinating website that you showed me on this.
Yeah, it is. You can spend a lot of, a lot of time on there, and it's really some fascinating figures. I wish they would update them. Those are from 2019, so they're a couple years old. So, but people, people have. I tell people right now, it's a seller's market. True, because sellers, the homes are still going really fast, but it is an owner's market, is what I tell people, because a hedge against inflation is real estate. All right, real property, real estate. That means that it will outpace the rate of inflation almost every year. Now you can say, well, Jason, after the crash, that was the biggest recession since the Great Depression. So that's an outlier. But people that are renting, I mean, you're spending your money every month. Not throwing it away because you're getting something in return for your money. But it is an owner's market because real estate is going up, and it is outpacing inflation. And so, example, I guarantee you, Joe, your home was worth more now than it was 5 years ago, and because it appreciates. And
isn't that the case with most houses, though?
Yeah.
We don't see it this massive going up. I mean,
no, and we probably never will again. And be honest, especially as old as me and you are.
Well, I'm 31, so speak for yourself.
So that's what I say. It's an owner's market. It is to have your money going every month and not into rent, but into an appreciating asset that's gaining value over time. And I know there's going to be people out there that say, but I can't. And there are examples of that for sure. And there's people who can't buy.
Well, I mean, if you're a first-time home buyer, I mean, there's a lot coming. I wouldn't even know where to start if I was a first-time home buyer. I wouldn't know where to go. I
don't have that a lot. People, Joe, I'm glad you said that. I have a buyer's crash course that takes approximately 1 hour to 1 hour and 15 minutes to do. I try to do it in the office, but I've done it in people, so I can put it up on the screen, but I've done it in people's homes. And it is a crash course that gets people acclimated, and we get them started. And, the first thing, and that anybody that's in the lending business out there is going to love this, but you got to get pre-approved. And what that means is they do a snapshot of your credit and your income and say, okay, judging by this quick glance at it, you can buy $300,000 home. All right. And it's pre-approved because it's not the in-depth look, but it does, depending on the lender, a really good solid pre-approval will mean that, you're pretty much good to go as long as you've been honest on a lot of your information. You're going to have to provide documentation for this ultimately to prove that what you can, to prove how much money you make and things like that. That is the place to start, because that is like looking at the menu and figuring out what the prices are. There's some restaurants, Joe, I'm not going to go into because I need to look at the menu and see what the prices are. There's some things that price me out. And then there's some entrees that I'm like, yeah, I'm a buyer at that price. So you have to figure out what you can afford. And that's what a good real estate agent will.
I know that we're looking at that website now, How Your Money Walks and everything. And this is from a few years ago. Do we see, I look at the growth. Is it more like going to Cab and up to Smith and up to Trousdale and going out to Macon? I just see more people moving out this way.
Right. They are. And people, Joe, even in, when I first got here in 95, people in Davidson County and Williamson County joked about Wilson County. Joked about, we're about to go.
You're right.
Yeah. They would joke about, I remember hearing somebody say they don't raise anything but goats out in Wilson County. And I'm like, well, no, I've not seen any goats.
They don't have electricity or running water or indoor plumbing. Heard it all.
And now Wilson County is like the second wealthiest county in Tennessee, and 3 years ago was the fastest growing county in Tennessee. So now people are getting priced out of the Wilson County market, Joe. And so they're having to go to, the problem about Trousdale and Smith County is there's not much available out there either. So we're seeing a lot of people, since so many people are working from home now. The number one question I get, Joe, when I go show homes is, how's the internet here? That's probably the second. They want
the most question you get is like, please get out of our house. But that's
right, yeah. What are you doing here? Leave or I'll call the cops. What's your name?
Well, they can also move back in Davidson County. It looks like a lot of people are moving out of Davidson County. They can move back in Davidson County.
Davidson County is still expensive, but I tell you where a lot of people are going in the market is not as hot, and people can get a lot more home is over in Smithville, in DeKalb County. And one reason of that, Joe, I mean, Smithville is Gatlinburg with water. I mean, you've got the mountain, you've got the hills over there, and then you got the lake. And so you can literally be, one of my lending friends has a cabin over there, and we went over there for an event, and dude, we're up on the side of this beautiful chalet type cabin on the side of this huge mountain, and it goes down to this beautiful, lake. And so you got all kinds of, got Edgar Evans State Park over there. That's really cool. And Smithville is gaining, much to the chagrin of some of the locals over there, is gaining in popularity. So,
man, that's some good stuff. Look at you. When you turn it on, brother, you turn it on.
And hey, ironically, Joe, I am from DeKalb County, Alabama. That's where I grew up. So,
what city is that?
That is our county seat. Was Fort Payne, Alabama, home of the group Alabama, country group Alabama.
So you got to be
up there, right over to your right, right there. Yeah.
Yeah. You know a guy named Tim Cochran?
I do not.
I played football with him at Sanford. His dad was the doctor in Fort Payne.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He was the doctor for the group Alabama. Weren't they from there?
Yeah. They're from there. All three of them are.
It's a great chat you and I are having.
Yeah.
All right, don't go anywhere. Celebrity birthdays, all right? You got to do good today.
I will.
All right. All right, celebrity birthdays coming up next. Don't go anywhere. Mornings on Main Street. Yeah, I did one of those slow news turns. Are you looking down? Hey, Goolsby.
What's up?
All right, there's the intern.
Hey, how's it going?
Intern's got his fresh Main Street Nashville hat on.
Oh, I thought that was Microsoft or something.
No, that's what you get for thinking.
That was my old job with Bill.
Yeah.
With old Belly.
With old Bill.
All right, this is Celebrity Birthdays brought to you our friends at Donaldson Cafe and Catering. Today's food is spaghetti. It's fantastic. Stop by and see Chef Kevin and Mark today. Real quick, I want to show you this, Gillsby, that these are what days they are. So today, daily listing of today's holidays. Do you know today's World Turtle Day?
World Turtle Day.
Yeah.
Not even national.
The turtle can give you a lot of advice in life just by the way he does things.
Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Not agree? I mean, he's methodical. He takes his time. He gets the job done.
Yeah.
Not all flash and dash.
We do have there is a saying that no matter how many times you read the parable, the turtle always wins. Slow and steady wins the race.
It does. All right. Enough of that parable nonsense. Let's get to it, boys.
My nickname is Esau.
Birthdays got to get within 2. First up, Guzman, you go first. Actress Joan Collins. How old is Joan Collins?
Oh, she was in Falcon Crest.
She was in Dynasty, not Falcon Crest.
Oh, Dynasty, yeah. Well, Falcon Crest was on CBS. Dynasty was on ABC.
Correct.
Lord, she is like 82.
I'm going to go 79.
89.
Oh, wow. She's almost 90 years old.
Comedian Drew Carey.
Oh, Drew. Price is Right.
Whose line is it anyway?
Drew Carey is like 64.
I'm going to go 59.
64 exactly.
Oh, I'm the nose.
Good start, Gooseby. Dead on. Actress Melissa McBride. She is on The Walking Dead. I think she's a girl that told the other girl to look at the flowers while she shot her.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, gosh. That was, yeah. Gosh, that was a great episode. That was a great episode. That was
It was very tough to watch. You're right.
It was back when it was really good. I think also she was the lead singer in McBride and the Ride, the country group.
She was. That's right.
She was the. She is
in high school. Turn 18. Trust me, we know that song quite well. We only heard it a billion times a month ago.
Devin O'Day plays it for you all the time, doesn't she?
It's a great song.
She is like maybe 39.
I'm going to go 48.
57. Singer Jewel. How old is Jewel?
Jewel is 44.
I'm going to go 36.
48.
Wow.
And she yodels, right?
Who doesn't?
Who's gonna show me? She was married to Dwight Yoakam too at one time, or they were. Yeah,
something like that.
They were married.
Dwight Yoakam.
All right, author Mitch Albom, who wrote Tuesdays with Maury and The 5 People You Meet in Your Life.
5 People You Meet in Heaven.
Heaven, that's it.
Yeah.
I hope you make it to heaven, so that'd be part of your life.
He also he was a sports writer originally. He covered like the Detroit Tigers.
That's correct. You are correct, sir.
Correct, sir. He is. Mitch Albom is probably about 57.
Let's go 61.
64. So close. Country singer Shelley West. She sang, "You're the reason God made Oklahoma.
Oh.
You're the reason God made Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
And I'm still missing you."
And Reba and Vince did that too, because they're both from Oklahoma. You know, they did that a lot.
First though, it's Dottie West's daughter.
She is like 69.
I'll go 73.
64. Actor model Duffy. She was on MTV, and reading this makes me feel really old.
She was on MTV?
Yeah, she was also in Dumb and Dumber. She was the bad girl that was trying to get the money with the guy that.
Oh, yeah.
What's the most important sound in the world?
Oh, big dog. All right. See you later.
Your bags are packed lying somewhere.
Such a great movie. 54.
46.
61. Singer Maxwell.
Oh.
Maxwell?
He is the guy that he is also the guy that made the cassette tapes.
That's him. Same dude.
Same dude. I don't.
Was that like an iPod?
It is.
48.
Let's go 53.
He is 49. And
with
that, Gillsby winning 2-0. That's all we got.
Iced me.
Well done, pal. You're the best. Come down and see our taping today, Main Street, Nashville.
Yeah.
2:00 at the Omni. Come down there.
2:00 at the Omni.
Yeah, we tape our show today.
Yeah, come on.
Mornings
in.
on Main Street, A Taste of Nashville. Come on down.
No.
Our guest today is John Barry. What did John Barry sing?
Your love amazes me. Yeah, he just. I saw him play that song at the Opry right after JFK Jr. crashed, and John Barry sang it to the Kennedy family. It was one of the most poignant moments. He had everybody in the whole Opera House just crying. What amazing voice. And he just recovered from cancer recently.
He did. And do you know who his cousin is?
I do not.
Frankenberry.
Oh, yeah, real quick before you go, Jason.
The cereal.
What do you call a belt full of watches?
I don't know.
A waste of time.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Do not laugh at that. Do not laugh. All right, man. We'll see you at the Omni, 2:00.
All right, man.
See you, bro.
That excuse me there. That joke is off.
I know it's good though, right?
But will that be the last time you ever say it?
Yeah, probably. If I have the time.
See you, brother.
See you.
All right. Thanks for watching the show today, my friends. We appreciate you doing it every day, bringing you the fun, the positivity. Make your way in the world today. Be kind, be nice, smile, let people in traffic open doors. As we always tell you, do you want to lip sync this, intern?
Yes.
Okay, put yourself up there. Nobody ever went broke by giving. See you tomorrow.